As I mentioned in the letter, my 8 verses of my most popular poem, Tanners and Bobs, have been zooming around the internet for God knows how long, 5, 6 years. They literally went viral. Um, I got notifications from everywhere, as far as Wyze, Australia. But it came as a bit of a surprise to me when a friend of mine just recently showed me a copy of this, which is one of our local, not so known magazines. And inside is this poem, Back in the Days. The only problem is, as with a lot of the things I found on the internet, it's written by someone else, Bob Howe, age 90. Now, I did contact this magazine and put my point of view over as my poem and all that, published and whatever, copyright and everything. And, well, they didn't come back to me. It's quite a common thing for other people to steal that poem, but I'm getting used to it now, and quite frankly, it does help to sell the book, so, it's perhaps it's a double-edged sword. But I'm getting a little bit fed up with it, I suppose. It is mine after all. And there are 19 verses, and I'm going to read you just 6 of those, and with the illustrations that accompany me in the book. I've got a colour version of the book and a black and white version. These are the coloured ones in. I've got my crayons out, and this is Tanners and Bobs. Back in the days of Tanners and Bobs, when mothers had patience and fathers had jobs, when football team families wore hand-me-down shoes and TV gave only 2 channels to choose. Back in the days of threepenny bits, when schools employed nurses to search for your nits, when snowballs were harmless, ice slides were permitted, and all of your jumpers were warm and hand-knitted. Back in the days of Dixon's Dock Green, Cracker Jack pens and Lion's ice cream, when people could freely wear national health glasses and teachers all stood at the front of their classes. Back in the days of Listen with Mother, when neighbours were friendly and talked to each other, when cars were so rare you could play in the street, when doctors made house calls, police walked the beat. Back in the days of hot ginger beers, when children remained so for more than 6 years, when children respected what older folks said, and pot were a thing you kept under your bed. Back in the days of marbles and jacks, conkers on laces and gabardine macks, when chips were all wrapped up in yesterday's news, and skiffle grew up into rhythm and blues. Thank you very much.